this is an average Arceus, and this is a tutorial on Bamboozling button. This module does not require any edge work, so let's get into it. This module contains an 8-sided button with 2 lines of text and a color, and a screen right above that cycles through 5 lines of text, 2 of which can be colored, and are. So, to start off, we should probably write down what it says. So we have 1 letter, then, catch what the next line is. It is 1 letter, colon, what? The color is also important. Make sure you note that down. It appears to be a blue, in blue, and an orange, November. Button itself says orange and E, and the color is rose. So, we need to find these lines of text in this chart right here. So 1 letter actually is both the first and third lines of text, so we can get that out of the way. 4 and 4. There is no value for D2, which would be then, but then is always the second line of text. So, the 4th line of text is in blue, which is 51, and November is the last line of text on the screen, which is 27. This chart is very big, so you may have to do a bit of looking if you can't find it. And the color of the 4th line of text is blue, which is 10. And the 5th line of text is orange, which is 2. We don't take down any values for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd lines of text because they are always going to be white. B1 is orange, the word orange, not the color, so that will be 36. And E is the 2nd line of text, which is 11. And the color of the button is rose. So, rose is right here, and it is 13. So, first off, special cases. If the upper line of text matches any of the 5 parts of the displayed message, double tap the button when the last digit of the timer is the coordinates of D4 and D4 in brackets in this chart. That does not apply. And the other special case is if the lower line of text matches any of the 5 parts, then you do it with the coordinates of D5 and in brackets D5. Both of those do not apply, so we move on to the default cases. So we have 4 values to get, V1 through V4. V1 is D4 minus D1, which is 51 minus 4, which is 47, comma, B, which is 13. V2 is D5, which is 27, minus D3, which is 4, which means 23, comma 14 minus B, which is 13, which gives us 1. V3 is B1, comma D4, which is 36, comma 10. And finally, V4 is B2, which is 11, comma D5, which is 2. So, now we have to find those coordinates in this chart. So we have a 47 and a 13 for the first one, which gives us -8, we have a 23, comma 1, which gives us a -8 as well. We have 36, comma 10, which is -6. And we have 11, comma 2, which is 8. So, now with these values, we need to find the two values that equal the buttons that need to be pressed. X is the first press and Y is the second press. If the first display ends with the comma, it does not, then X would be V3 plus V4 and Y is V1 plus V2. Otherwise, it's the other way around, where we have -8 plus -8, which is -16, and Y is V3 plus V4, which is -6 plus 8, which is 2. Now, the whole message is appended by single inverted commas. In this case, it is. Then you have to press the button when the sum of the last two digits is X mod 9, 16, well, -16, mod 9 is 2, plus 3, which is 5. And again, when it's Y mod 9, 2, and mod 9 is just 2, plus 3. So, again, 5. So, you press this button when these two digits added together equals 5 for the first press, and again for the second press. 2 plus 5 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, and then 3 plus 2 is going to be 5 as well. And we're on to the second stage. Now we can get rid of all this because this also plays out exactly the same as it would if it was the first stage. So, in this case, it says the text is the word, comma, then, catch this one letter, colon, the color for this one is violet, and it says orange, and the fifth line of text is gray, and it says K. The button is white, and it says in red and V. So let's do the exact same thing we did the first time around. D1 is the word, which is 3. D3 is one letter, which makes it 4. Okay. Orange is 36. And K is 13. The color is violet for D4, which makes it 11. And the color for the fifth line of text is gray, which makes this one 7. The first line of text on the button says in red, which is 47. And it also says V, which is 18. The color is white. White is just 0. So, let's find these coordinates where V1, again, is 36 minus 3, which is 33, comma, 0. V2 is D5, 13, minus D3, which is 4, results in 9, comma, 14 minus B, 14 minus 0 is 14. V3 is B1, 47, comma, D4, which is 11, D4 in brackets, sorry, and 18, comma, D5 in brackets, which is 7. So, once again, no special cases apply. So, in this case, there are no quotation marks or commas as is in here. So we press the button when the last digit is X mod 10, and again when it is Y mod 10. So, first of all, let's grab these values. I almost forgot to do that. 33, 0. Oops. Do that sometimes. 10. Okay. 9, comma, 14, which is -9. We have 47, comma, 11, which is 8. And finally, 18, comma, 7. 18, comma, 7, which ends up being 4. In this case, the first display does actually end with comma, so these get swapped, and x ends up being v3 plus v4, which is 12, and y is v1 plus v2, which is 1. So, again, x mod 10, which is 2, and 1 mod 10, which is still 1. So we press the button when the last digit is 2, and again, when it is 1. And that's a solved module. Now, what about special cases? Well, if there are any special cases, like in this button, this is the perfect example. So, let's get rid of all of these again. So, the text is one letter, comma, then one word, colon. Looks like it is a violet rose and an azure end quote. And the button is blue, and it says rose and quote. So let's grab all these values again. One letter is 4. One word is 5. Rose is 46. And end quote is 54. That's large. It's actually the largest. Violet color is 11. And azure is 9. Button itself is blue, which makes this one 10. So yeah, this makes one 10. We've got rose. Text rose is 46. Okay. And quote is 53. Now for the special cases, in this case, the upper line of text matches one of the 5 parts of the displayed message, so we double tap the button when the last digit of the timer is D4, 46. Sorry, 46. Comma, D4 in brackets, which is 11. So now we go to this graph, and 46, 11 is 4. So we will double tap the button when the last digit of the timer is 4. Okay, and that's pretty much all you need to know, except for one thing. If you ever strike on a bamboozling button module after you're onto the second stage,
why?
This will turn yellow, which indicates that you are still on the second stage, but if you were to strike one more time, you will go back to the first stage. This is very handy if you ever mess up, so you do not have to go through the first stage all over again and have to go through it twice. That's pretty much all you need to know. And, well, see you in the next video.